now I'm more trying to work with young girls in the communities and trying to encourage other young girls into football and doing lots of other things around it. I realized we lacked opportunities here for young girls to play football, but also express themselves off the football pitch. So for me, as soon as I went to England, I saw how differently they treated women's football. They treated it with respect, and that's something that I hadn't seen here. So everything that I learned while I was there, I thought it was a great opportunity for me to come back and actually share that with other girls, so that we can all get the opportunities at least to reach the level that we can reach and fulfill our potential. So for me, that encouraged me to start the Sseninde Foundation at that point and start different tournaments for young girls. And then later on, right now, I think like 10 years later, starting the Sseninde United.
How do you feel like having such a profile? What does it take to have that profile?
Yeah, for me, I find it quite flattering sometimes, obviously, when people think that it's anything. But for me, it's about giving back to the community and actually sharing the things that I'm learning, because I feel like what's the point of me dying one day when I've not shared what I've learned with other people. So it's about sharing what I've learned. It's about working with so many other young girls so that they can also get the same opportunities that I've got, or even better, because I think I wouldn't be where I've reached if it wasn't for football. And young girls can get so much out of this game, and in Uganda we have so much talent. So I think us as individuals need to do more to see that women's football actually gets a lot, and I think that's what I want to also do, contribute to the small part that I can, so that at least these young girls can get the opportunity. When we talk about football, it involves a lot of sacrifice. I look back at my journey and how I started football. It wasn't so easy to actually get to the top, and even I won't say that where I reached was the top. It was just there, I guess.
But you are the top.
Yeah, but what I mean is it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, because I had to leave Uganda. Everything I had known was here as a little girl, and go in England, a country that I obviously had never been there before. I was alone. I had left all my family and friends here, and I had to start a new life. Young girl of 17 years old, and it was.
You're 17.
Yeah, so it was something completely out of the scope, and I had to sacrifice, being around everything I know, not eating home food, and adapting to a completely new life. So all that takes, of course, a lot of commitment. But also when I got there, everything I had experienced as a little girl, not getting the right coaching from here, even the coaches who were coaching me by then were not actually real qualified coaches. So there I was competing with other girls who had started playing as early as 8 years old. So it's just adapting to so many things at the same time, while again you have to work at a very high level. So for me, I think it just takes a lot of dedication, hard work, and of course prayer. Sometimes luck also comes in, because I believe I wasn't the best player in the whole world or in Uganda, but again, it's about how hard you work, and for me that was key for me to continue working, and also believing and focusing on your journey as an individual, because regardless of what other people said, because obviously my parents are politicians, some people can think, oh, you're only there because your parents have helped you, but I know what I went through as an individual. I had to work hard for every single thing that I earned, and for me it was about focusing and knowing this is my own journey, and I don't care what anyone else says. This is what I'm working hard for, and everything I received, I had to earn it. So I think that's what all the little girls need to understand, that you're not going to earn anything on a silver plate, and you have to really work hard for it. I think when we look back then and now, things are a little bit different. Of course, now we have players who are stronger, players who are probably semi-professional a little bit before, which wasn't there. And I think also the federation 2 years ago added on a tier, I think in 2019 actually. So we have the Super League and the Elite League. So that added a little bit of a dynamic and that big competition, that we have all our national players fighting to play in the FIFA Women's Super League, but also we have those in the Elite League fighting to come and play in the top league. So I think it added a little bit of competition on there, but also pushing players to play at the highest level possible, pushing Ugandan women's football so far. You can see now that we have players who have gone to play professional. We talk about Fauzia Najemba, we talk about Nabotime. They've all gone to play after this introduction of the Super League. I think it has done great things. We are seeing our women's national team, they got the opportunity to participate in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Again, it's because of the league that now they are competing day in, day out. It's giving them an opportunity to actually want to play at that highest level and keep as professional as they can.
In Uganda, according to men and women, how big is that gap between men and women football?
I think it's really big. We talk about women's football in Uganda, but we also talk about men's football, which is struggling already. Now we talk about women's football and how much it can struggle if men's football is struggling. So there is a big difference, of course. We
How
talk
big
about,
is it, that gap?
yeah, I think we can talk about in different things. We talk about the facilities, for example. We see where KCCA is training, or we talk about where Vipers is training, and women cannot access such facilities. So the women have to stick to playing on some probably grass or grassless pitch at Mess, Machinde, or somewhere else, whereas the men get to train in the best places, even though they are also struggling. We talk about the payments. Most of the men who are playing in the UPL now, the Uganda Premier League, are full-time professionals, and we can count a few females. We don't have any full-time professional women in the FA Women's Super League. So most of them are probably semi-pros who are getting few allowances for maybe playing a match here and there. So again, I think there is still a big gap there. We need more women so that we have more people in the room who are fighting for women's rights. We talk about the sporting. I mean, maybe once in a while, get the women to play on the KCC ground so that we can get the funds coming to support women's football. Talk about what the federation has done. Of course, I think the beginning was the introduction of the FIFA Women's Super League. I think lots of Ugandans hated change at that point, but now people are embracing how good it's brought that professionalism around. But also now having our women going to the Africa Cup of Nations and for the first time earning some little meaningful bonuses. I think that's a good start. I mean, we can see the media now engaging with women's football and profiling women's football, as I think what you guys are also doing here. I think that's always the start of professionalizing women's football, women's sport, and pushing it up there. I think these things never used to happen then. In my days, no one knew about women's football, but now we know women's footballers who are actually traveling to play professional, and everyone gets to know them in a few minutes. So I think the media is trying to push, but also we need the consistency and also to keep pushing so that we reach a level where maybe women's football can reach. We're helping young girls and women with the Sseninde Foundation to skill them in football, but also to assist them in non-formal skills training. So some of them who are not actually getting the opportunities to go to school, helping them with, let's say, baking, charcoal making, so that they can have those skills to be able to at least continue living.
You are appointed as the director of South Sudan now, Women in Football. How has it impacted the game?
Yeah, I mean, with South Sudan, it was a different challenge for me. In South Sudan, everywhere you go, you have to fly because the towns are not so close to each other. And then those who are close to each other, there are insecurities. So it was just something different for me. But when I got asked to do it, I never said no because I wanted to challenge myself. I thought, okay, I have knowledge about women's football, and it was a chance to impact the game in a different way. Everything there was starting from scratch when we talk about women's football. I mean, it was amazing because the first time I went there was just one female coach who was not qualified. So we had to develop a strategy to see that we get more girls to play football, get more coaches to work with football, get more referees in the game, more women, because everything there is about men. So we had to change the face of women's football. There was no women's football league. So at least we drew up a strategy, and at least by the time the 2 years ended, we had 90 coaches, the women had played a women's football league for the first time, and a men's league wasn't even there. We had got more referees now. We have 2 international referees there. The national team had a full-time professional coach who is a South African for the first time. We had more girls playing football at grassroots level, but also at the professional level on the national team. So it was about changing the game of women's football and making sure that we train more women in administration, in football as well, football coaching, so that we can have that sustainability of everything that we are doing, so that even when I leave, at least we have more people. We've empowered more role models to take on these roles. First of all, it's also to thank the people who have been here before us, because they've laid the path for us to maybe live the life we are living now. We can talk about Dorcas Hill. I think I was still a little girl when I heard that she had won the Commonwealth Games. So, I won't say necessarily so, but at least you can hear that she was winning. So for me, it was a good thing to see that she was there and doing things. I think for me, when I look, we haven't had so many women role models who have actually been at that level. So she's someone I can look back vividly and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's someone I understood as a little girl and she's done something good for me. Other people I've had in administration, Penina Kapenge.
Penina.
Yeah, I think she heads sports in the Makerere University. So I think those are the few people I've had of.
How about outside the football? How about
outside of football? Outside of sports. Actually, I do like Jennifer Msisi for some reason. yeah, I don't know. I think I loved how tough she was to the people in Kampala, even though some of them hated her. But I think that's how a woman should be. I'm sorry to say that right now I don't even know who replaced her. Because for me, I knew her name before I even heard of what she actually does. So I think those are the women that we need in this country to be leaders, and you hear of just a Jennifer Msisi and everyone knows that she's the one.
Let's talk about this. The Kampala Girls League.
Yeah. We started in January with this program of Sseninde United. We started a girls football academy. So since January we had some new girls who are beginners at football, and yeah, we couldn't really take them so early in competition, but we participated in the Kampala Girls League for the first time. It was our first competition ever.
First competition, and then we didn't win.
I mean, we didn't win the whole, it was most time outstanding, but at least we won something. I think the girls made us proud. I think it's always, I think now I realize as one of the members of the team or one of the administrators or one of the coaches, I understand how much winning means, because I love winning and I hate losing. So us getting this for the first time in our competition, I think it encourages the girls, but now it's only the beginning of the work that we need to do. We need to do more, we need to be the best, because our goal is to be the best, hopefully in Africa one day, and in the world if it's possible. But now we want to be the best in Uganda. I want to be the best academy in terms of girls, of course, because we are training just girls here, and this is the beginning of something we need to do alone. We still need a lot of work, but I think it's a good beginning. Yeah, first of all, thank to you guys, obviously trying to promote and push the profile of sports in the country. I think that's a good thing. That's what women's football needs. That's what women in sports need. So thank you so much. But also to encourage other people around this country. We don't need to rest on our laurels. I think we still have a lot of work to do. Football is a business, and people who are actually investing need to feel encouraged. We need more sponsors to come on board, so we need to make football likeable, women's football like that. So we need to continue working hard, and also to the little girls out there who feel that football is special to them, never ever give up. Football is a game of ups and downs. There is a lot to learn every single day. Never think that, yeah, for me I've reached the level, I'm so good. Every single day, even at this level, there is something to learn, and that's the only way you're going to become better every single day. And of course, keep praying.
So how about me if I want to join?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think anyone who wants to play football can play. So you're welcome for our training sessions every
So you only go
Saturday.
for football?
Yeah, for now we are doing just
I
football.
mean, come when I just want to watch.
Yeah, but football is not just about playing. You can watch, or you can get involved in the media like you guys are doing. You can get involved as a football doctor or a medic. in the football field, or an administrator or a kitman. There is lots of work you can still do alongside football, which is not necessarily playing. So yeah, you're welcome
So I
anytime.
can get hold of this.
Yeah,
At
feel
least.
free.
Thanks for joining me.
No, thank you.
Thanks
Nice
for the great
meeting.
chance.
Thank you so much.
Nice. The Queen is the platform that celebrates women's excellence. So if you're there and you want to celebrate anyone, you want, those people who have done so much goodness to the community, to the nation, anywhere, even if it's not Uganda, we can have them on the hot seat. Just go follow us on the social media platforms, La Queen everywhere. Thanks for watching.